welcome to a spicy episode. I have taken a hot minute to get these up and going, but I'm very excited to bring these episodes back with one of my very, very good friends. She's such an impressive athlete. She is a IFBB Wellness competitor and also head judge of ICN Victoria, and that is Jess. I don't know what your last name is. I do, but I can't say it.
Kurowski. The W becomes a V,
Okay.
and you're meant to roll your R's. Doesn't work for me because can't roll my R's. So you just say it fast enough.
Kurowski?
Kurowski.
Kurowski.
Polish by default now.
Oh.
But you can call me just Ryan as well because that's what I was known for many, many years.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait, what nationality was that again? Did you say?
Polish.
Polish. And are you like full, half, or?
Nah, I'm Maltese.
Maltese?
And my dad's Aussie, so Ryan. But then I married
Lucas,
who's
duh.
Polish.
Yeah, you're married. Oh
I
my
know.
God. Well, that's like me now. I'm obviously Camburn, and then 12 weeks away, I'm going to be Van Gerven.
That's such a big change, but it's like it's nice to have like an exciting surname as well.
And then I'm going to get the whole. I mean, people if they don't know me, they'll be like Van Gerven, like you Dutch, like no, like
Explain the whole story, just like what we did for the last like minute.
yeah,
100%.
100%, just like continuously. I'm sure you get it all the time, but it's so funny. You're Maltese. My fiance Paul, he's Maltese.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's why I was like, what?
Is that why he's so tanned?
Yeah, well,
okay.
he does. He has a he's quarter Dutch, quarter Maltese, but you really see he's Maltese more than anything.
So his mum's Maltese?
No, his dad's side.
Dad's side's Maltese. What's their surname?
Fuck. Well, because they have more the Dutch.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Maltese is from his nan.
Okay.
Yeah. So the granddad is Dutch. His nan's full Maltese. She's so cute. Like when she talks, she has a bit of an accent and everything.
Oh,
and she's like that cool Maltese nan. Like,
and they're like up to your hips because they're so short and they get shorter with age. Oh, yeah. The accent never leaves.
Yes, yeah, she is like full on Maltese and it's so cute. She's so cool.
Yeah.
But I wonder what her last name would have been, but that is very unique, man. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I feel like everyone's got someone they know that's Maltese and then they all know each other anyway. It's all like Altona North, Sunshine, St. Albans.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's also so rare, like me and Paul, if we're out and someone's like, yeah, I'm Maltese, we're like, whoa, like another person that's
everywhere.
Yeah, just randomly, just pop up. See, me, everyone always thinks I'm Swedish, but I'm Austrian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can picture that now. I honestly was just like, I just thought you were like Aussie.
Aussie, yeah. I get like, because people like say, oh, like you're something European. And I'm like, yeah. But purely from like the high cheekbones and like the really like full face features.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely get the Austrian features out in there. But see, that's from my mum's side. My mum's full Austrian.
Yeah.
And the last name is Heinzel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like so funny. It's like I obviously grew up a lot of my time with my granddad, who's obviously, he came to Australia when he was like freaking 30 or something.
Yeah, right.
So full to learn English and everything. And even when he'd talk full on accent, like full German accent, just like hectic.
Yeah. That was like my grandparents. Like they came from Malta on the boat. Met in Australia though, but my mum didn't know English growing up for like the first 5 years until she went to primary school.
Right.
So when you catch her when she's like in a mood and she's a bit angry, her English starts to like, even though she's lived here her whole life, you can tell that like if you're not like if you're a foreign speaker and like English isn't your first language, it always sort of like catches you.
Yeah, 100%. And even when they'd sometimes like say certain words that it's like shit house is Scheisenhaus. And my granddad would be like, Scheisenhaus, like or whenever he's angry or something like that.
It's nice to like swear in like a different language. Yes. I don't know. It's just like
it doesn't maybe sound as bad, but I mean, cunt's my second language, so I feel like it just rolls off the tongue, you know.
Fluent in cunt. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, got a bit of fun icebreaker for us. Obviously, you are a athlete and you are also a judge, so I thought this would be a pretty cool game. Wow. Cool game called Build Your Perfect Athlete.
Oh, God.
So I'll give you two options, okay?
All right.
And it's just going to be like, don't think about too much, just whatever comes to mind, okay?
Okay.
Perfect posing or perfect physique?
It has to be perfect physique.
Yeah, I feel like I would also select that.
Yeah.
Tiny glutes but incredible conditioning or massive glutes but too soft?
Oh. The first.
The tiny glutes, yeah.
The conditioning.
Me, I'm like, I rocked up with big glutes and too soft, so I'll take that one. IFBB.
That's fine. Yeah.
Amazing front pose or amazing back pose?
This is so hard.
As a wellness girly.
I didn't do my homework in the study. I'm going to say, geez, is this just like anything?
Yeah, if you had to pick.
I want to say front pose because then if you think about it on like a poster.
Yeah, everyone's really putting the back pose on the poster.
Unless you're a wellness girl.
But then again, my front pose is shit, my back pose, goddamn.
Oh, God, this is so hard.
Okay, athlete that listens perfectly on the stage, think you're the judge, right, but has average genetics, or genetically gifted athlete but never follows instructions. And I've actually seen you in your prime watching a show and the athlete was not listening on the stage and I could see your face.
Just like, wake up. Oh, my God. Is this me as like a judge?
Yeah, you can take it both ways. Let's go judge.
A judge, give me the genetically gifted but don't listen to instructions.
But you're like, please listen to me.
Yeah, I will do my airport hand signals as best as I can to get your attention, literally. Yeah.
That is good. I like that. Okay. Stage presence or symmetry?
Symmetry.
Yeah, we need symmetry. We love that.
Yeah.
What's one posing mistake you wish every competitor would stop making?
One posing mistake. Can it be the walk? The too slow of the walk? You know.
Come on, let's speed it up.
I have places to be. You have places to be. I'm here to work. You're here to move. So, yeah, I don't need like the grandma walk.
And the overly drag of the foot, like the like almost like it's not even lifting.
Or the stomps.
The heavy stompers.
Knees, like you're wearing Gene Simmons shoes and you're kind of like, moving out. Oh my God. If you're familiar with Kiss, now I'm showing my age.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, okay, cool. So to wrap this up, we have someone with a perfect physique, but their posing is just not that great. We've got someone, they have small glutes, but their conditioning is incredible. They've got a really good front pose, but a terrible back pose. I mean, if they got small glutes, they probably got a terrible back pose. They're someone that does not listen, but they are very genetically gifted as an athlete. And they are someone that does not drag their feet in a slow bloody walker.
You know what? You sum that up? Potential.
Potential there.
I see potential. Me being glass half full right now, there's potential to improve because I feel like you can always improve your posing.
Yes.
So if you've got the genetic potential and you've got the physique, okay, that's fine. Just get some glutes.
I agree. Just start earlier out with your posing. Like, don't underestimate it.
I've never met anyone and I've gone, you don't need any more posing.
Dude.
I've never met anyone. It can always be refined. It can always be improved.
100%. I think that's the best thing when you do multiple shows as well. It's like you might rock up to the first one of the season, bit average, and then go back for another one, refine that shit, bring a better package. Like
100%. And like I see so many people as well, like I always say it in like workshops where there's a difference between like your practice pace and then your posing pace. Especially like on the IFBB stage, I was like, oh, they are not mucking around. It is like
it's
first
quick.
In, first out move. And you're sort of like, I thought I was practicing quick enough.
Yep.
Oh, okay, no, never mind. Like move. So, you know.
Yeah, and sometimes like, especially if it's not a big class, you go out there. I've seen it like even on the naturals that happened on the weekend I was watching online. Some of the classes, you know, that weren't, say, massive, they were out there for like a minute. They're like, yep, thank you. We know what we want.
Yep.
They don't mess around. As soon as they know, that's it. We're not giving you let's just fuck around.
No, wait. They did that in my lineup as well. We got up for true novice and novice, and it was sort of like, up, do your quarter turns, walk to the rear, walk back. Thank you very much. And you're just like, that was 8 months of hard work and dedication. And you're like, all right.
How hectic is it? That is like, but some people love that about IFBB because it's like, it's okay, best of the best. We're not here to fluff around. We know what we want. That's it.
Yeah.
I think it almost adds an element of pressure because it's like, you better make sure as soon as you step foot on that stage, your impression is good because you may not have a lot of time to redeem it. Like,
no, as soon as you're like walking up those steps, you're just like, show's on, baby. Like, let's go until you walk off. Like, and I wasn't even on stage for like a super long time. Like I did 3 divisions, sorry. And I was cooked the next day because I was like smiling as best as I can, holding everything, squeezing to my like heart's content, especially when you reach the rear of the stage and they got the screens there. I was like, my retina's burning out. It's like blaring into my eyes in the rear pose. But yeah, you you just got to be on the whole time. But they're efficient. I'll give you that.
They're efficient. I think that's where when you go on as well, like not only, okay, hit your poses, but mentally be on and listening for what the call is. Like the transitions are so quick. Like it's like boom, boom, walk to the rear, walk back, turn around. Like, yeah, which I kind of love because you're like, all right, I'm mentally on. I'm like hitting everything, but I'm also listening clear. Like,
yeah, you just like, I just got to like focus and like hone in, look at the judge, smile, and you're just like, okay.
Glue.
Yeah. Please
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you are, I would say, someone that is a big bodybuilding fanatic. I think we can see it's a huge part of your life from like being a judge and then also pursuing it for your own goals. What would you say essentially grabbed you about bodybuilding? Like what was the draw in for it for you?
I've always found muscles attractive. I've always liked a muscular physique for myself as well. And like when I came out of high school, so I didn't know what I was doing with my life. And I did a PT course and started going to the gym, but I also did pole dancing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
For a very short amount of time. And there was a girl there. She had like these monster legs. And I was like, how do you get those? And she's like, oh, I do bodybuilding. And I was like, okay, this is like 2015. So at the time I was like, I've wanted to.
It wasn't as big.
No, I had no idea like where to begin, where to look at things like that. And so she hooked me up with her coach. And then I was like, let's go. And then it was just like 0 to 100. And now here we are 11 years later.
Whoa.
Still immersed in it, you know, husbands competed, things like that. So like our house is just full of chicken, rice and Tupperware.
Sounds like my household, mate.
Oh, it's a great lifestyle. The dishwasher's just on 24/7.
Yeah, and there's no decisions to be made. It's just rinse and repeat. Like I love that.
It's rice cooker's on 24/7. You got all your protein, your carbs, your fat. I don't know. I just like the discipline.
Yes, I'm the same. And I think for a lot of people, they'll go, oh, bodybuilding's so hard. But essentially, it's also easy in the same time because you're eating the same thing every day. You're not making decisions. It's routine. Like it's just running on autonomy. So for us, I mean, essentially, I find it easy because I'm like, I'm not having to make all these decisions. When it's like someone's going, I'm like, oh, fuck, okay, I've got to switch up my nutrition here.
100%. And having a coach makes you accountable as well.
Yes.
But my biggest pet peeve is when people come up to you and they'll be like, oh, how do you do that or look the way that you do, or how do you, like, what do you eat?
Yeah.
And you tell them, they're like, oh, I couldn't eat the same thing every day. And I'm like, mate, you got to go to the fucking store and buy your groceries and cook your food anyway. It's no different eating the same thing. Anyway, then you just sort of like, each to their own. Each
their own. That's it. And I feel like bodybuilding essentially, you know, a lot of people might go into bodybuilding need to change everything they are, their identity, to go into the prep. And I feel like if you're going to have to change exactly who you are, then you probably shouldn't be doing a prep. Prep should be something that kind of just is another layer on top of what you already do.
Yes.
And that's where you enjoy it the most.
100%. And, you know, when I first started, like, yes, Instagram was a thing, but I didn't have Instagram back then. So for me, it was just like, oh, I'm really just doing this for me. It wasn't to get in and create a following and I've done one show and here's all my advice and as like, no, fuck that noise.
Yeah, I feel that also shows within like also your journey how long, you know, of an off season you did have. Your first show was in 2016, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was. Oy.
What pulled you in to do that show in 2016?
So when I first started with my PT, I was like, I want to do a bodybuilding comp. And he was like, yep, great. So we started in 2015. You do your bulk, you do your cut, you see what's sort of there and everything like that. And, you know, we competed the first time at ICN Victoria. I did sports and fitness. And I got like a couple silvers and some bronze. And I was like, okay, because I was expecting nothing. I had no expectations because I didn't know what there was. That being said, though, you don't go in it to essentially lose. You know, it's not a bucket list item for me. It was like, I want to go in to win. So I went in doing the best that I could, but obviously it's whatever the judges decide and who's up there on the day. And then, after that, I was just like, oh, this is like better than Christmas. Like, this is so much fun.
It's literally like that when you're waiting the night before Christmas, you're like, oh, it's coming.
I know. And then it's done. It's like, oh. Now what? Did you feel the same when you competed?
Dude, every time. That's why I have to do a couple shows because I'm like, I need another hit.
I know, it's dangerous. It's so dangerous. But because when did you first compete?
Me, first show was back when FMG was WBFF.
Yeah.
2021 2 or something like that.
Oh, wow. So just like fresh out of COVID sort of thing like
that.
Yeah.
Because I was meant to compete COVID year, 2020.
Oh.
Show got cancelled 8 weeks out. And my first ever show was meant to be ICN.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder if were you judging back then?
No, I was.
Yes? Oh, there you go.
It was because of all the COVID sort of stuff.
Yep.
It was like very like I don't even know if we had I think we might have had like 1 or 2 shows.
It
but
it was like maybe at the race course or something like that. Or it was the all-female classic was the one I was going for. It was in May. It was on my actual birthday. That's how I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Oh, and then it just got cancelled.
It never happened. So I never did ICN, but I learned ICN posing obviously and everything like that.
Yeah.
But 8 weeks out. But I feel like it just wasn't meant to be because when I went into WFO, I was like, oh, this is my calling. Like,
Perfect.
I love this.
It's a whole different vibe to everything else. Like it's a different aesthetic, a different look and everything like that. And like obviously seeing like now you're a pro as well, which is super exciting. But just like seeing your journey as like an FMG athlete, you can look at people and go, oh, that's where they
suit. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like the personality and the sass and everything that you bring to stage. Obviously like the physique as well.
Yeah.
Like I would look like a deer in headlights.
I feel like that's where your strengths are as well, right? And what actually feels like you. I think some people will test the waters in FMG, but they feel like, oh, it's just not who they are. They feel like they have to become someone who they're not on the stage to, you know what I mean, try and stand out, let's say.
Yeah.
So I feel like, going where your strengths are. And that's like, that's a great thing about so many different federations. They all have different elements, things about them, and you can decide where you feel like you strong best suit criteria, what you enjoy. And look, I've done 3 federations now, and I loved all different components of all of them. Like there were so many different factors about them all.
There is.
But yeah, FMG, I think as a whole, like that's definitely where I feel like really home heart with it all.
Yeah.
And like it was the first stage I ever stepped on, and I was an awesome show. I mean, I look back at so many things. I'm like, oh, could have done that better, could have done that better. That's the whole purpose of it.
Yes.
And I came 5th out of 35 girls on that show. That was, they don't even allow that many people on stage now. But back then there was 35 of us on that stage.
That's geez.
And it came 5th. And I was like, I felt like I won. I was like, oh, I got top 5.
You're like, I don't even care. Like, get out of the way, everyone.
Literally. And that's why I always have to say 35 girls, because I'm like, no. Like, you don't understand. Nowadays, you'll never see that many girls on stage. It doesn't happen.
No.
But back then, like, that was a big deal.
That's a stacked lineup.
Yeah.
It's huge. 35
Huge.
girls. Oh, my God.
Absolutely huge, man. So, but I went and did a bit of a deepy stalk on you. Not that you had much on your first ever comp.
No, I've cleared out my Instagram.
I did find one, though.
Yeah.
If you were to look back at this girl, right, what do you see maybe now that you didn't see then?
That's
the only one.
Where are the fucking glutes? Yeah. There's no glutes. There's a bicep shoulder vein. Yeah, no, I just needed to grow. And the thing is, like, you get it all the time, and you've probably seen it as well when you compete, where you're like, you come into it and you're like, shit, yeah, look at me. I've never looked like this.
Yes.
And then you go back and you go,
and this is the game, right? I figured this out. Like, I remember the most recent season. And I was like, wow, like this is sick. Oh my God, I shit on my first ever package. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I got up on stage with that. And then this one, I'm like, fuck that package. This one was so better. Like,
100%, because you get better every time as well. But sometimes you just have to rip the Band-Aid off and be like, what's there? I'm going to give it a go, and I'm going to get back up there. And usually it's better every time as well.
Experience as well, like how you perform on stage, how you show up as an athlete. Like you actually just become a better athlete through the prep experience. Like, you just kind of show up how you do every day, but less food, more cardio. When I first did my first one, I feel like prep was everything, and prep was who I am. Like my first show, I was like, I am this goal,
Yes.
And now I'm like, if I didn't have, like, say, my career, which is heavily based around bodybuilding, like I'm a bodybuilding coach, posing coach, I honestly wouldn't even feel the need to tell people I'm in prep. That's what the last one felt like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't even need to tell people I'm in prep because they're just doing the thing.
Yeah, it's just rinse and repeat.
Yes.
It's kind of like a switch.
Yeah.
You just, okay, now I'm just like super dialed in, off I go. Because like now that you're in your off season as well, yes, there's flexibility. But like you said before, you're still, everything's in Tupperware and you're still eating the same thing. And I think that's where it separates someone who's like this is a bucket list item. Whereas like when you go back to it, it's the same thing. It's just now we're bulking. Okay, then we're going to cut back down. Okay, then the cardio comes back in. Got to get your posing done. Like obviously it's time consuming. But doing the first comp, you sort of just like, oh, what have I gotten into? Like it's such a culture shock, and you just have to roll with it. And if anything, the first comp's always the hardest because you're literally like, what have I done now? I've entered in body dysmorphia territory and eating disorder territory. And it's a very slippery slope.
Yeah,
if you don't have a good support network.
It's actually a really fucking valid point. And I think anyone that's maybe a new person stepping into the sport, such fucking great like insight, because your first ever time, it's like I call the body as like a thermostat. You're turning the temperature up to a temperature the body's never had to be at. So it really feels hot there.
Yeah.
Like it's like, whoa, I feel extreme hunger. I feel low energy because it's never been at that temperature. So someone else might go to that temperature that's been there 3 times now, but doesn't feel as hot for them, right?
No.
Yeah. But then it's like my third most recent, protocols were way harsher, lowest food, highest amount of output, you know, but it felt the easiest out of all 3 because the hunger, it's like I've done this before. It's the same temperature, if not higher, but not dying from the heat as much because the body's been here before. It's familiar territory.
You like dissociate in a sense. You just become like out of body experience because essentially what you're doing getting ready to comp, you stop becoming like a functioning human. You become a zombie in a sense where you're
Autopilot.
like 100% like, you know, I'm starving myself. Like I lost 10 kilos in my last prep. That's a 1/6 of my body weight.
Yeah, it's a big percentage.
You know, if you're a female, you may potentially lose your period because your body fat's decreasing. Your heart rate slows down. Things like that. You know, I went to start my car once, the stop-start button. I was pressing the light and I was like, I need to go home.
This is a great topic. What are some unhinged shit you've done in prep? I've got some doozies.
Man, I'll be honest, the last prep was actually like very, very good, different coach.
Yeah.
It was like hard, but you're like, this is manageable, this is fine. In my first prep, when I was young, because I was 19, I would be the dezo and would go to the nightclub and I'd just get all my steps in because we'd be there till like 3 a.m. So I'd just be like, this is fantastic. Look at this shred.
Smashing waters and just walking.
And now look at it, I'm just like, rest and sleep is probably like something I should have actually like prioritized. But you learn that as you go along as well.
I agree. I was the same because I'm like, oh, well, I'm not drinking calories or anything. I'm just walking. I would do the same thing. But then I'm like, oh my God, I'm so cooked for my training during the week. So I stayed up late.
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing. And then I realized learning on like say no to things. Like actually get your 7, go to bed every night, same time.
No is I'm really bad at this. If my husband is listening right now, don't come at me and quote me. But no is a word in the dictionary that you are allowed to use and it's there for a reason. And I need to take my own advice and say no to things. But what about you? What would be some of your unhinged moments?
I've just done little silly things like real baby brain shit. Like, for example, I remember once I was making a coffee at home and I went to go put the lid back on the milk carton, but I was trying to put it on top of the kettle. And I was like, wait, what? And then other times I went to go turn TV on, but I have the aircon remote and I'm like,
bless.
Oh, and it's just like the split second you do it, like, oh, what the fuck? Like I would do so much scratchy shit like
you're
that.
just like, is anyone watching me right now? Like I know how to use the TV remote.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely hectic. Like just the littlest things like that. I'm like, oh, so I am like my cognitive function is really going down.
Yeah. You don't realize until one point you hit it and you're just like, oh, I'm not a functioning member of society anymore.
Yeah, and I feel like acceptance of that, I think so many people, again, if you're going to that temperature for the first time, it's easy to, maybe if you're an emotional person, you really feel things deeply, you read into things, you don't just see like maybe emotions as fleeting things that you know pass, you really get invested into how you feel in the moment. Like prep may potentially have you be feeling the things too deeply and getting fixated on the things, or I feel like this, oh my God, I'm making mistakes here.
Yeah.
And then you start maybe identifying with it too much when it's like, no, you're just in prep. You're just tired, you're low energy, you're not your usual self, and that's okay. There's not there's anything wrong and that you need to become depressed now.
No, your hormones are going to be wackadoo because of like what you're doing to your body. So like, yes, you're going to be angry and things like that. And, you know, you have to be careful that you don't take it out on, because like things that you build up for so long, like in your relationship, in like an instant, that anger can ruin things. So, you know, like there was one time I cracked it at Lucas, poor thing. I was like, I'm having a bad day. I just need to vent at you. And he put his phone down and he looked at me and I was like, what the fuck are you looking at? He's like, I'm listening to you. And I was like, you're not saying anything. He's like, but I'm actively listening.
Why is that made a poll?
And I was like, I'm so sorry. Give me a moment. And then he was like, it's like, tell me what to do. please. I was like,
do you want me to breathe? Do you want me to stop breathing?
I was like, I need a minute. And then I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And he was like, poor thing. Anyway, bless.
Bro, that just reminds me, there was this reel last night that popped up. I can't remember who made it. It was like some bodybuilding coach. Yeah. And it was like how to behave when your missus is in prep or whatever. God. And it was like, when you eat, don't fucking chew. Just don't chew. And it's like, she was like, don't breathe. Just stop breathing. Like, and I was like, oh my God. Why is that me, my autistic fucking self?
And you're just like, oh no, this is.
I look at Paul, I'm
so
like,
relatable.
Are you okay? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you're breathing really heavy.
Yeah, why are you chewing so loud? It's like, is this how I've always chewed? And it's like, yeah, these little things set you off.
Bro, it's absolutely nuts. And I'm like, but now, especially knowing I'm autistic as well, and I've always, even when I'm out of prep, that's just me in general, but they become more heightened in prep, of course.
Yeah.
I learn to have self-awareness. Self-awareness is huge, and actually understanding your triggers. Like noise sensitivity is a trigger for me, right? So for me, my earplugs, going into my office, breathing, putting my attention elsewhere, I will actually start making noises myself.
Yeah.
So it's like I can hear. I'll just start tapping the table.
Yeah, right.
It's like takes your hyperfixation elsewhere, so you're not just coming into a rageful autistic.
So you use like fidget spinners and things like that, or like those loop earplugs and things.
I start playing with my hair sometimes. I would just like drag my hair. Like,
so they're like your cues and your triggers.
Yeah, it's like almost physical stimming as well. Like,
but that's so common. Like it's even in the workplace as well. Like I'm the chair of our disability working group. So it's things like making sure people have those accommodations to, you don't want to be in a meeting with like your camera on, you can turn your camera off. If you need like things to fidget and play with, it's not that you're not listening, it's actually just what you need to do to sort of be able to like participate and retain information.
Yeah. And I feel like the self-awareness, like for me, one thing I'm really big on bodybuilding, especially after 3 seasons of my own experience, is showing up as your best self. Like, don't use prep as an excuse to show up less of a human. Like, so many people, I'm in prep, I'm in putting myself through this. Yep. So, I'm going to not be in control of my emotions. I'm going to act out out of emotion or whatever it may be. But that's the whole challenge of prep is actually holding your standard as a person.
100%. You chose to do this, so you can be accountable for everything that you do and everything that you say. Doesn't make you better than anyone else. Doesn't put you above anyone else. Doesn't mean that you can go to the gym and be like, oi, chief, I need that leg extension, even though there's only one leg extension machine there. No, you are the same as everyone else. Like everyone else is equal there. But I also think on that point as well, you don't go into a comp prep to compete to be like, this is going to fix all my problems, or this is going to solve this, or things like that.
I feel like someone now. No, I've never had this much support. I actually feel like the validation. It's like people throughout their life have never known who they truly are, and they need a prep to feel like they are someone. And I've heard it come out of people's mouths, and I go, no. You need to know who you are outside this.
100%. Like this is just something that you choose to do because you want to do it. Like what if you do it and you get nothing out of it? You're going to be so disappointed. Yeah. And guess what? A lot of people get up on that stage and don't get anything out of it because 10 plus people in a lineup, things like that.
And I feel like these are the people, unfortunately, that come out and have a really bad experience, like post-show, because they weren't aligned. Their values weren't aligned. Yeah. The show's over now. The validation's over. You're gaining weight. You're not having people comment on your physique anymore.
Yes.
You need to know who you are, that there's no worth tied to you being shredded. And it's really not. I have more respect when I see a competitor come out and carry themselves through a healthy post-show and they put on the healthy amount of body weight and they get their period back. And I have so much more respect for someone like that than someone who's trying to hold on to shreds and still wants people to be like, yeah, look how lean I am still.
It's such a short-term thing. Obviously you've got the stage, which you add up all the minutes that you're on stage during the day, it's maybe 20 minutes to half an hour out of that however long, 8 months that you've prepared for, things like that. And then, the lead up to the show, maybe a week or two beforehand, and depending what you do post-show, I mean, if you're going to go ham the next 48 hours, see you later. It's gone.
Yeah.
But you might get another week or two where you're like, oh, okay, cool. Unless you're doing back-to-back shows. You just got to be prepared. I think that's where you have to be mature as well. And it does take a couple preps, I think, as well to understand, this is how my body works. This is what I look like in my off season. But now I'm stronger.
Yeah.
I can eat more. I'm going to grow. I'm going to come in better and harder and more conditioned. It's,
yeah. I think, and that's like, that's when you can tell the values are aligned and like you're doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Like, and I love that you said that it does come with over time. Like my first post show, I didn't carry myself the way I would have wanted to now because I put so much focus into just being an athlete. And then when the show was over, I didn't have the aspirations I do now to grow my business and work on all these other projects. I just put my all into bodybuilding because I was young and I was like, this is so exciting. You know, I found something I'm really good at.
Yes.
And then the second one, I mean, that post show was just a different experience from simply being anemic and dealing with health implications and injuries. So that was just trying to get through that. Yes. And then this one, what a fucking breath of fresh air. I fuck up sayings all the time. This one has been insane. We are 8 weeks post-show, like actually coming this weekend.
Oh, wow.
And like I got my period back 2 weeks ago, fully functional.
Amazing.
Weights are going back up in the gym. You know, I've put on roughly about 6-7 kilos and I feel so great. Everything's filling out nicely. Like it's like I look better now than I did a couple of weeks ago. I was like a lot of watery still. And now all the carbs and everything, like feeling the muscle. Like I'm heavier, but I feel tighter and like stronger.
And you have like a good workout. You're like, hello, bicep vein. Hello, quad vein.
Morning, I said, Paul, I'm like, I've still got veins. I didn't have veins at this weight last time. Like,
but that's the thing. You get better every time and things just start to work. And it's nice when you can like look through everything and you're just like, because I'm following what I'm being told.
Yes.
I'm being accountable, and then you reap the benefits. And it's such a mental thing as well.
Yeah.
But to quote The Simpsons, everything's coming up Millhouse.
Yes.
That's just how it feels. And you're just like, oh, this is fantastic.
It really is, man. And I think also like where you're putting your focus post-show, like my last prep, I had intense food noise. I became one of those people that was scrolling food porn. Not the most recent prep, guys, the one before that. I was, like the food noise, and I knew it was high.
And it knows.
Yes.
It knows
Instagram does. It keeps showing it. And I'm like, oh.
It ruins your algorithm.
Bro, it does. So, and obviously the more you do it, the worse it becomes. It actually makes your food noise worse. And I know all these things as a coach. And as I'm scrolling towards it, I'm like, I know how fucked this is. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I'm not going to obviously eat it, but I'm like, fuck. I'm just getting this dopamine hit from watching this.
Yeah, and it makes it harder because then you're like craving this, saving it, things like that.
Yep.
I'm celiac. Yeah. So in my comp preps, one of my coping mechanisms is to bake. Bake like a motherfucker.
There's a few people that do. So they love cooking for people.
Yes. And you get the satisfaction of someone else eating your food and you're just like, yes, please. Tell me how good it is. Oh, like, because I can't. And I make it with gluten, so there's no like temptation or anything like that as well. But one thing I did this comp prep that I've never done before that was like great for filtering out noise. I got into bloody romance books. Oh my God.
Hyperfixation.
I'm still on the romantasy train and I'm loving my life. Yeah. I've got a whole bookshelf now and like a library essentially. But it's just you need to find things that aren't food to keep yourself distracted.
I agree. And look, for me, I knew this prep, I wanted to make a serious focus that I didn't want that. That was like a goal for me. Every prep I set goals from how I was the last one coming into the next.
Yeah.
And I was like, not doing that. And every time it just came up, I scroll straight away. Yeah. And it obviously allowed me even I think that's why this post-show felt so fucking good because I didn't actually care about the food post-show.
Oh, fantastic.
Like we ate some delicious paninis and whatnot in Italy, but we enjoyed it because like, wow, you're not going to get this food at home and it was good and beautiful.
God, no. You're still in Italy.
Yeah, we're like fucking Italy. Yeah. And we honestly, I don't know if you've eaten like the pizzas and stuff in Italy, but you don't get sick after. We ate a whole pizza post-show, weren't sick in the gut.
It's just not like processed. Like it's just different.
And apparently it's something to do with the wheat processing. Like in Italy, everything's made fresh. Apparently the yeast, whatever it is, they use the dough. It's going to take up to like 72 hours or some shit. But apparently in Australia here, we fast track it by 2 hours.
And it just
fucks the guts up and stuff. Like you eat a pizza, you're like, oh my God, I'm fucking after 3 slices. We ate a whole pizza and we were like so fine after. And it's funny because one of our mates who is gluten intolerant went to Italy. He's like, I ate the pizzas there and I did not get to like have a reaction. And
I've heard that and I was like, I need to get a passport. And, like,
they just make everything's fresh. Even when you go to the bakeries, you can't actually, their bread, it goes off quickly because it's fresh. It doesn't have all the preservatives and shit.
It's not processed like hell and then it lasts like a week in the pantry and you're like, that shouldn't be the case. Oh.
Even foods at the grocery store, because we did a couple nights where we're like, all right, we're going to cook something tonight. We'll go walk to the grocery store, get a steak, whatever. And even just like the grocery store foods, we'd eat like some of the cherry tomatoes. And, wow, these cherry tomatoes are crazy. They do not taste like this at home. Like the flavor is just nuts.
It's just like so much more authentic and just like, that sounds.
It's definitely like a peak of Italy, just like that, not just like let's eat hectic food, but actually the food quality.
Yes.
It's what an experience. Like it just shows what we're getting here. I'm like, oh.
I feel like that's where like when you do bodybuilding stuff, like you can at least try and control like when you have your chicken and your rice and your green veg or your pasta and stuff like that. Like you do try your best to sort of cut out, or like I cut out like a lot of like processed stuff myself as well.
Better digestion and whatnot.
Oh, you have to. Otherwise you.
Yeah, 100%. Just white rice, potato, you know, I don't really eat like pasta or anything like that because it's just like, oh, it'll take me a while for it to actually like kind of make its way through.
That's the thing. As the more preps you come through, the more you understand your body and you're like, this food works for me.
Yeah.
Other food, you're just like.
My kangaroo, my egg whites, my spinach.
God, I'm just like PTSD.
Yeah, I'm literally in my off season, I'm like, no, absolutely fucking not. I'm like, I'm having a whole egg with the yolk.
Oh, living your best life, right?
It's so good, man. I want to go into a few cues, obviously, about judging because I think it's fantastic for everyone to kind of almost see a judge's point of view, you know, especially for a lot of first timers. And I know ICN is such a beautiful federation for a lot of first timers to start out as well. What do you wish like more competitors would potentially maybe stop stressing about that judges don't even barely notice, that you think they're putting too much of an emphasis on?
That's a good question because I get asked so many in all the workshops that I go to and post-show, and everyone's always like, how can I do better and things like that. And I think especially if it's your first time, you just kind of need to rip the Band-Aid off, get on there, see what you're working with, and then you get the feedback from the judge and you go, okay, this is where maybe I'm better suited in a division, or maybe I need to build up a muscle group or things like that, or posing. I think there are obviously non-negotiables going into a comp, and it's listen to your coach, do what your coach says. Yes, it's good to know if there's competition around there, but don't be like, why is this person eating this? And why is this person on this many calories? You kind of need to stick in your own lane.
Yep.
But on that previous point about the coach as well, get a coach who is a comp prep coach, not your mate at the gym. And your mate at the gym is not the one that's going to tell you how to pose. Boys, that's for you.
Yep.
Please. You know, you got to do your homework.
People don't realize that this is a serious sport.
It is.
It's a serious sport. There's a lot at risk here.
Yeah. I spend most of my weekends working and doing judging and things like that. I didn't just get my coaching qualifications from a Nutrigrain box. You know, I've been doing it for 10 years now. So like I can tell when you walk up there if I'm just like, oh, you're taking the piss.
Yep. And I think that's the thing, like, you know, bodybuilding can mean so many different things for people, but I think whether you're doing it because you're going for the pro card or you're going up there because you want the experience and be able to show yourself like you already lived this lifestyle, let's put it into something and see how we go.
Yes.
The principle's still a lot like the same of getting lean. You need to drop the body fat. You need to do it in a way where, we're pushing unhealthy territory here, but we need to do it in the healthiest way possible. And I think we can see it as well when someone has just gone, oh, I'll just get this PT from the gym. And because, they're cheaper, but there's a reason they're cheaper. Bodybuilding coaching should not be cheap.
No. Like all
they
good
need
things,
to know their shit.
If they're cheap, step back, have a think about why. What do their other competitors look like? Do they have other competitors? Are you the guinea pig? I understand people have to start somewhere.
And that's where you start is 100%. But I think if someone's truly invested, like Paul's just gotten into comp prep coaching. He's obviously learned a lot from me.
Yes.
But Paul, he's not charging big fucking lump sum for his first client because that is his first client.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to start somewhere. You got to sort of test it out. But yeah, if you're coming in and being like, oh, I'm going to get my pro card, I'm going to do this. It's like, okay, maybe you shouldn't go with old mate over here. Spend a bit more money. Go find a PT who has the results and things like that. So
and actually understands the process too, right?
Yes.
These people are hiring people, they've never even gone to a bodybuilding show in their fucking life. They don't even know what the division requirements are.
Also, if you're a competitor, please go to a show.
Please go to a show.
Before
going
you get
on
up on stage. Just so because it's like speaking a whole different language. And it's a culture shock.
Yep.
Because you go there and you're just like, what is going on?
A bit overstimulating.
Oh my God. Is it ever? Like I remember the first time I went as like just to watch. And I was like, oh, that girl's fantastic. She's going to win. Oh, I had no idea what I was doing. And like, obviously I wasn't a judge at that point. And I was just like, oh, I've got this completely wrong. Like, I don't know what they're looking for and things like that. And yeah, then it kind of opens your eyes to it as well. Also read the handbook, read the criteria, things like
all
that.
on the website.
It's all on the website. It's all easy information. Your coach should know it as well. And look, when you compete, you might want to do multiple federations because you want to get more bang for your buck. You may never do this again. You may never look like this again.
I did 5 shows last season, guys.
Yes. But realize that every federation.
Different requirements.
Yes. And that's something you have to keep in mind as well, because you might be like, oh, but I did this one and I did really good. How come I came to ICN and I didn't do good? And it goes, well, because there's different rules.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like having a coach that knows. So like, for example, my current client who's next to step on stage, Maddie, we're doing IFBB Bikini and we're also doing FMG Bikini.
Yep.
Now, IFBB Bikini conditioning is very different to FMG Bikini, especially now with athletic in play.
Yes.
Now, for us, we are chasing a different level of conditioning and look and peak for both of these because we want to bring her in more peeled, more like conditioned and dry for IFBB, which is her first show. And then we want to fill her up really nice and full, a little bit softer coming into FMG.
Yep.
Because like that conditioning, it's going to be pushing her more towards athletic, but we know we don't have that development yet to be top level athletic. So that's why we're going to, and this is where it's like you need to have a coach that knows what the differences are because there are differences. Not bikini is not the same through all feds.
It is. It's not. It's definitely not. And it's good to have a coach as well who's like, yes, this is your goal and we can do this. Be prepared though that you may not get the outcome that you want. And it's not them saying like they're not a good coach. It's just you don't know who's going to be up there and things like that as well.
I think that's a huge thing as well because you guys can only judge what is up there. And that's where people are like, oh, well, this is what the bikini winner looked like last year. Yeah, but that's what the best was on the day.
Maybe I had 5 girls, 2 are soft, 2 are super
You have to decide, right? And I'll get clients, maybe amateur bodybuilding clients like, oh, this is what the winner looked like last year. I can look like her. I'm like, no, you don't. I don't even care who won last year.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at, again, the criteria, the division. I've gone to that many fucking shows across that many federations. I've been able to really see what's being rewarded and also from my own getting feedback from judges from each federation that I've competed in as well, even talking to the judges as well and even asking more questions. There is look, bodybuilding, it's very complex. And that's what I mean. There's not going to be one particular, this is the bikini look. It's
no. Look at so look at the Olympia, look at the bikini athletes.
Oh.
What did they look like 10 years ago?
Oh my God, like that's the fit model now.
100%.
It's
100%.
Figure is like completely fucking different. Figure back then is like, it's nuts.
It's crazy. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like it's going to evolve all the time. So you can't look at a lineup from a few years ago and things like that. It's always changing. So,
and I feel like the standard has risen now with it being so popular on social media. The standard is fucking high.
Yeah, what are these like 20-year-olds? What are they eating their chicken? Oh my God, some of them are coming out and I'm just like, why don't I look like that at 20?
It is nuts.
Yeah.
It's so competitive. And this is where, you can't be in a rush. If you, like a lot of people want to get up there and they probably at least want to place, especially if they're going into a lot of your first timer type federations like your NBA, ICN, where they're placing like top 5, whatever. Yeah. You want to walk away with a medallion, no doubt.
Yeah.
But you also need to do the time so you can earn that medallion as well.
Yes.
Like it is getting, and even now the lineups are just stacked. Bikini's getting broken up to like 4 different classes, like almost across every federation.
Did you see the natural show on the weekend? IFBB natural show?
Oh my God.
I could not believe.
And that was natural, the fucking standard. I was honestly so happy.
So happy for the first pro show as well, for a natural pro show.
Yeah, and Gabby, she's one of my mates. I've actually had her on the bikini before. She's such a great athlete. She's such a beautiful person and she works so fucking hard. And I was like, oh, she's going to fucking win it, man. And then, oh my God, the overall, when it was like the final part,
I was like,
great physiques.
This is, it was,
stacked.
It was so good to see.
Fuck, imagine judging that, man. That's a big job.
Hard work.
Yeah, that's incredible. And that, when I watched that, I was like, the standard of natural bodybuilding is fucking up.
Especially in Australia as well, because it's so limited as well. Like, the opportunity to win your pro card every year.
It's for IFBB especially, it is thin. Like There's only three bikini
opportunities.
pro cards given out in IFBB every year.
And then once you've got that pro card,
you're in the big dog leagues.
You cannot compete in Australia.
You can't.
Off you go.
You better have money ready to go as well.
You got to go to Asia. You got to go to Europe. So
and then when you're even looking at the Olympia, right? You can't just go compete at the Olympia because you got your pro card. You have to earn points. You actually have to go. You have to work so hard for it in IFBB, which is incredible. And that's where you have this admiration for people that make it, even just to the Olympia. Like the work that has to go in, the money, the dedication. You have to fucking live and breathe it.
It's a full-time thing. It's never.
You are a full-time athlete, man.
It's so good to see.
Oh, it's nuts. It blows your mind. You're so much admiration.
Yeah.
Like
have a look at that, then go to the gym afterwards and you have the best workout of your life. You're gonna be like, I want to be like that.
It is so inspiring. But talking about also like, the standard, you obviously did your first show in 2016. ICN came back. What was that? Like how long of an off season? 10 years, something?
So I did 2016, 2017, 2019.
Okay.
So I competed. You just can't.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I
they're
thought,
not on my Instagram.
Hey.
I did a massive cleanup.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just like, let's get rid of some junk.
Yeah.
But so I did three shows in 4 years, and I did sports and fitness every time.
Yeah.
And then, like I just, I think it's just a thing of like when you're young, sometimes I didn't understand like proper training and intensity. Sometimes I felt like I was going through the motions. So, yes, I was growing and I was improving, but not to the standard I want. I remember I competed in 2019, and that was like, I feel like that was a really pivotal year where like I came back to stage and I was like, oh, that lean look is not the look anymore. It became like these girls are dense with like full muscle bellies. So I felt like there was that real sort of like around that COVID time. And then obviously COVID happened and I was like, bought a house, got engaged, got married. So it kind of like life went on. And then, I came back and I was like, I changed coaches and I was like, always, like you said before, like you're always like eating out of Tupperware. You're always kind of doing it.
You're bodybuilding without the stage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nah, let's dial in. And we spent 2 years just preparing for this one IFBB show.
And what made you want wellness? Like what made you go, wellness, IFBB, I'm going to do that?
Other than they look absolutely unreal and incredible.
Oh man, respect.
They look so good. My upper body is too developed for bikini. That being said, I still got feedback from the judges where they're like, do not touch your upper body. I didn't train upper body for 6 months leading into the show. So I was like a bit devo about that. But I was like, I felt like figure was way too big and I felt like bikini I was too muscular for that at that point in time after not competing for like 4 years by that point. And so we're like, let's do wellness. We're doing 3-4 leg days every week. And I was like,
brutality.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, we said before the show. And then, I was like, let's go, like did all the posing, like about, I think 8 months out, I started posing, kept going. And, look, I felt like it paid off. I got a gold in True Novice at Nationals.
Guys, if you have, please go check out Jess's Instagram, which honestly, that is just incredible what you achieved. I literally said to her before we started, I was like, I did not know that was hiding under all the clothes when I first met you. I was like, that is nuts.
My sleeper build. And then it's just like, surprise. You get that pump up and it all came together. So that was why I picked wellness, because I was like, I just love the look. And you can work to grow into a look as well. Like you've got to decide, like, am I going to put on more muscle to fit into something, or am I going to decrease in size to fit something else? And like I said, I love muscle. So I was like, I want to be as big as I can get.
And it probably allowed you to go into the gym and actually love your training, not hold back. And actually, that's the thing when choosing a category as well. You need to ensure, one, you love the physique. You need to ensure that it allows you to still enjoy your training if that is a big value to you, you want that fire in your belly, man.
Oh, my motto now is mentally sick, physically thick.
I love that.
I put it on a hat.
Yeah, that needs to be a t-shirt.
But I know, right? But I just like, I'm that type of person where I train where like when it gets hard, I like grin, I smile. So Lucas is always like, you look like you're insane. And I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I want this to be painful, and I want this to be hard because I feel like I've worked hard for it. And it's like, it's just, I loved it. I loved, even if it was bloody 3 to 4 leg sessions a week. You still show up and you still get it done.
And that's why we love it. like, it's like, okay, if we win, fuck yeah. But knowing that, like, something we love doing, the whole process, the grind, like the sickening discomfort of it, the thrill that we get from it, and it can just land on a stage to be showcased. That's fucking epic.
Oh, man.
Isn't that not epic, hon?
I know. Now I'm just like,
mesmerized.
I just want to do it all. It's the thing. You do it and then you're just like, oh, it's fucking hard. And you're like,
let's go fucking go through that again.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. After my last one, after coming out, I was like, oh, PTSD, I don't want to do that for a while. And now I've already done this for 8 weeks. I'm like, yeah, could go again.
Yeah. Some people feel when they have babies. Yeah. I don't know.
I know. I said to Paul, I was like, yeah, we'll have a baby after this one. And I'm like, oh, Paula's got my pro card. No, we're not having a baby yet. I was like, give me another run.
Pause. Just going to delay that. Yep.
Yeah.
Totally
I was like, oh, I've finished business. I was like, let me just get up there. Just another one more time. Just I've got some unfinished business. But because I really want to make a sick pro debut. And that's why I'm not rushing it as much as I'd love to get my ass up there. I just want to ensure, I know the competition that's in the FMG Pro League. I know what's there. And I don't want to be in the back line, motherfucker.
You compete to win. Yes. That's the whole thing. You're up there
I love it. Give me some competition. Let's go. It's it's fucking sick, man. But with being a judge yourself and then, pushing into IFBB, did you ever feel any like pressure, like external noise in your head going into that? One, being a judge, like, do I need to hold a standard? What are people thinking? Like, was there any of those thoughts going through your mind for this show?
Absolutely. But I think it was me in my head. You can be your own worst enemy sometimes, I think. You know, I went into it and it's like, are people going to be like, why aren't you doing your federation? And it's like, well, I don't want to compete. You don't shit where you eat. And I felt like it just wouldn't be fair for me to compete ICN when I'm the head judge. It just didn't feel right. And I was like, I've always appreciated the IFBB look. And, IFBB is the big boy leagues, it's been around for such a long time.
It's the standard. Like if we're looking at physiques, like the top standard bodybuilding, it is the IFBB, the Olympians. It is the epitome of bodybuilding.
Yes. And so that's why I was like, that's what I want to strive for. And, I said before, like, I couldn't do FMG. I'm not that flary, sort of sassy sort of thing. I feel like I'm more of like a dark horse. I'm just like,
let me go
in,
get my shit stand there and hold this shit and look at me.
Literally, yeah. So I was just like, I'm here, let me cook. And then off I go. So that's why it appealed to me. But no, I felt like there was so much pressure because I just put my money where my mouth is. I go to these workshops and I'm like, this is how important posing is and this is how important it is to understand the criteria and do this and that. So, I'm not going to get up there and half-ass it or not, do proper posing, like Donna cracked her whip with me and I appreciate it.
She's good.
Oh man, she's like a Doberman. She's just like,
I love her.
Here it is. And if that's not great, she'd just be like, that looks like shit. And I'm like,
I see, I love that.
But no, I appreciate it.
But that's being coached. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like if you're doing bodybuilding, you are literally entering this to be fucking judged. You're
judged and told where you are not perfect.
So if you can't handle your prep coach, your posing coach, not being your cheerleader, but telling you this is what you need to do, this is a bit shit. You need to lift your standard.
Yep.
You need to practice more. You're fucking piss farting around your practice. Like, what are the people that are going to beat you doing? That's what I always think. What are they fucking doing?
100%. And it could just be little things like you need to make eye contact when you move this hand or this knee needs to turn in a couple of centimeters this way. You don't realize it, but then when you look at your stage photos or things like that and you go, oh, why did that girl place above? Oh, because they angled towards the judges in their rear pose. When they had their T pose, their feet weren't too far apart. Then there was the gap in the legs.
They were actually looking at the judge as soon as they walked out. They weren't dropping their glutes when they walked off stage.
Oh, those bloody pancake butts when you like you sink underneath.
I think the first 5 seconds, as a posing coach as well, I'm seeing many shows, the first 5 seconds when you're walking out, that is fucking everything. You are giving them the first impression of you. You want to make sure it's a fucking good one.
Has to be. I remember I saw you when you at the same show when we competed at IFBB together. So like when you came on stage, as soon as you walk up like those 3 steps,
it's on.
You are on. You're looking out to the audience. You're making eye contact with the judges. You're not looking down going, where do I need to go? Like where's Laura telling me where to line up? You're on. You're doing your posing. Like you are smiling. You've got your hair flicks. You've got your sass. All the way until when you walk 100%. Off. And even if the result is not what you want, you are still on
Absolutely.
until you are off that stage.
And, you know, that show showed me, because I obviously first time posed with my ADHD medication, which I've told everyone about, which I had tremors. So I was shaking on the stage and I was a bit uncontrollable, and I finally got a grip of it probably after into the second class. But I knew, and my Scott came backstage and he, you know, he's like, I was like, I'm shaking, aren't I? He's like, yeah. And I could have easily gone, oh, what's the fucking point? Fuck it. I'm not going to place in the next two. No, that's not why I do bodybuilding.
No.
I do it because I do this for myself and I have a point to prove for myself.
Yes.
And that I know how to pose. I know how to, you know, bring it. And I still I actually got better into the classes. I didn't let it defeat me mentally, and I didn't walk out with a shit look on my face, you know. No. I kept it all the way through to the final class, and even like my coach, he was like, you carried it through. And I felt good knowing I did that for myself. Not a bad sport, you know.
Of course. And you had people that showed up for you. They didn't know that you were competing that day. But that's the thing, like, people are coming there to support you and watch you. And you're putting on a show for them as much as you are for the judges and things like that as 100%. Well. Like, you'd hate to turn around and like get off and then they're like, oh, I took some photos. And you're like, oh, I face like a smacked ass.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like, because
it's gutting.
In the moment, you can like, your emotions can get the better of you. Then looking back at that 2 days later, 2 years later, you go, oh, gee, that was pretty
Dude,
stupid.
when the goggles came off, because I was like, no, fucking hate that package. I was watery, fuck my period, it fucking ruined it. And then literally maybe 4 weeks after all the season was done, I looked, I was like, oh, nah, that was actually a pretty good package. I was like, that was actually pretty lit. I was like, you need to fucking calm down.
And I bet Scott was just like, I told you. I told you, but you're your own worst enemy.
Yeah. I think it's because, like, you know, like, what you've been before, because I was, like, fucking diced 3 days before, and then I got my period, and my legs watered out. And that's why I was like, oh, it wasn't what I looked like 3 days ago. Fuck this package.
People don't understand as well being a female competitor.
The hormonal element.
To men competing as well.
Yep.
Whole different ball game. So also with your coach, get a coach who does understand female hormones and female competitors as well.
100%. Dude, I think this was a very fucking impactful discussion. And I love that you had so much to give. I think even like a lot of people that want to step into this are going to be able to take so much inspiration. And you honestly are such a role model throughout this whole realm of this sport. I look up to you. I love you. And so I love to have you here. And I feel like we could talk about this for fucking ever.
Legit.
But to wrap this up, I mean, I would want to know, and if you don't want to share, that's also okay, but what is next for you? Like, where do you want to take this? You had a very impressive season debut in the IFBB. What's next for you?
I can finally train upper body again. So it's like Christmas Day all over again, which is great after like 6 months. So we're going to grow. I just want to be jacked.
So big, disgustingly
big. That ultimate X is what I want to be. So I reckon another 2 years and then I want to get back up, because this prep that I had was incredible. It just worked. And I was like, I just want to do it all over again. So, you know, we'll see how we build, and then we'll see when we start cutting down and then analyze. Because I think I don't want to commit to like 100% going to do this sort of category, whatever. Because like, what if my upper body blows up and looks really great, and then what if I'm more suited for figure? Yeah. Or what if my legs actually catch up, look bigger than my upper body, then wellness is still in play there. So yeah, competing is definitely going to be
still there. We're going for it.
I think if anything, it just reignited
the fire.
The fire to be on the other side of the you know, of the stage. So that's for me. Yeah. But you in your pro debut, so that's in the works?
I don't know if end of next year or early 2028.
Yeah.
For me, my timeline has got to line up with, obviously, you know, deciding to have a baby and be a mother, and, you know, Paul's obviously 5 years older than me, and, you know, we're getting married this year, and so it's a lot of life stuff. But I want to get up there, whether it's end of next year or early 2028. But I just want to make sure I'm going up there, not going to be stuck in the back line. It's made some really big improvements. So yeah, we'll see where it all pans out. But the fact that my body's recovered so quickly, I feel great. It means, you know, we're back to building muscle at a more efficient rate, and things are just, you know, fucking mint. So I just wanted to wait to see what the show dates are, where the shows are, whether we do an international or something.
Oh, so yeah, because that's the tough part about FMG as well. There's no Victorian shows. It's all
which is kind of fun though. You like travel around, and it's all good.
Of course, you get like a little holiday out of it as well towards the end of it. So
dude, it's lit.
I mean, I just watch your stories the whole time, and then like before I know it, I'm just like, oh my god, it's it's happened and started. I remember like when you first started entering prep and thing like that.
I remember I was messaging you at the airport when I was going to Bali, and I was like talking to you. I was like, "Hey, dude," you're like, "Good luck," and I was like, "I'm at the fucking airport."
I know. I was just like, "What's going on?" And then you're like, "Then going to Italy," and I'm just like,
"Oh, bro,
getting a whiplash here."
World tour, man.
Oh my god,
Jess, thank you so much for coming on, babe. Honestly, I feel like this flowed so well, and honestly, I'd love to have you back here again if you're happy to, because I feel like we've got unfinished business in these couches.
100%. Yeah. Oh, when we both make our next stage appearance.
Oh, yes.
I reckon
100%.
so. Yeah.
Guys, if you see Jess around, she's in lots of posing classes with different posing coaches in the ICN. If you're anyone that's competing there and you've listened to this, let her know. Say hi to her, connect with her. She is fucking amazing. Jess, do you have any final words?
I always say it at the end of my posing workshops. You know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Yep, go on.
Fake it till you make it.
Exactly,
because I can't tell the difference when you're up there.
Yeah, that is the best piece of advice. Get that tattooed on your arm, guys, so you don't forget when you're on the stage.
Copyright, Jess Kurowski.
Yes.
2026. No, I'm joking.
Thanks, guys.